Topping has finally announced and released their NX7. It's been a long while. I have waited for such an amplifier that is like their OG pure amplification setup for smart devices. This is a continuation from their NX lineup. They stopped at NX5 that has been released almost 4 or 5 years ago. I think more than 5 years ago. It's been in existence for many years now. They've not updated this model for almost 6 to 7 years now, and they've decided, you know what, this was a very popular line. People bought a lot of it, and let's continue it. So they finally released the NX7. This is purely an amplifier. There won't be a DAC in there. It's gonna have two outputs for anybody, 3.5 millimeter as well as 4.4 millimeter outputs for audiophiles. High performance as it can be for anybody. It does have a massive power output, 1400 milliwatts, or actually 1.4 watts of power. Now with that kind of massive amount of power, this thing will drive almost any headphone out there. So this sort of incredible power output is really on a high level. It does have 3-step gain settings, so you can set it on medium or low, medium, and high. So it all depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you're powering. The distortion level is very low, and they have a setting for IEM. So if you want to power only IEM, you leave the gain switch on the lowest setting. There's the low setting, that's the default low settings. If you want to now power hungry cans, you now go all the way up to the high settings if you want that. The amplifier circuitry is well made. It is designed very well. It has a signal to noise ratio of 135 decibels. It's as good as you can expect it to be. It is top notch, and it is a very powerful amp. This is something you buy for portable use to drive your planner. It is that massive. So 1400 watts, 1400 watts is crazy. Sorry, not 1.4 watts, and 1400 milliwatts is really powerful. And the fact that it works very well with IEMs, I think, is a great thing. It's really great because a lot of people will appreciate the fact that although it's very powerful, they can still use it with an IEM, and they will love it for what it can present. And the fact that it's just a pure amplifier, a lot of people like it because I am a big fan of just being an amplifier without having so many things around it that is not necessary. Now, one thing it doesn't have that the older sets did have is bass boost functionality. Funny thing is, it doesn't have that. I'm quite saddened by that, but the fact that it can drive IEMs with almost no hum is something that would be interesting to many people, because they really push it that this works very well with IEMs, and is very slim to carry, as well as coming with a very good shell. I have had topping products, and I'll tell you that it is the best Chi-Fi made company, the Chi-Fi brand that I pretty much recommend, because their stuff lasts many years. Like literally they can last well. So it works very well with IEMs. Will it sell very well? It all depends. It really all depends on word of mouth. The old school amps like this from the previous model did well for what they were. I'm expecting this to do better, or do slightly better, or be better. It definitely has the power to drive anything you need, from IEMs to cans and all that. So it's going to be as good as one can expect it to be at the moment. So I will leave. It's not up to $200. You can get it for like $170. So It's not the most expensive amp you can get, but it's reasonably priced. At least not this amp that will cut your fingers before you can procure such amp, and it's not the worst. It's certainly not the worst. It has 3.5 mil input as well as output, then a 4.4 output, so it's good, and the battery life is not bad, 20 hours when you're on low and medium setting, but once you go up to high setting, to high gain, it will only last around 10 hours, and that is it. I will leave links to where you can pick it up if you're interested. At the moment, do subscribe to the channel, do like our content, do follow us here on our YouTube channel. I will see everybody very much next time.